Spencer Knight will carry the mail for the United States. He was, I thought, terrific against the Finns. One little leaker, but other than that, he stole a couple of stops. And Ron Levi will be in goal for Team Canada. Remember, these two guys play their college hockey a couple of miles away from each other. Nate Lehman, the head coach of Team USA, wants to get after it. They want his team to find their game early. This guy is as motivating a guy. Andre Tourigny is the head coach of the Ottawa 67s, and he is a stickler for detail hockey. One of the reasons why Canada has been so good.
Hey folks, how you guys doing out there? Okay, is there a game going on? This is the only game going on. The entire hockey world locked into the bubble in Edmonton for Team USA and Canada.
All right, boys, this is it. Enjoy.
We will enjoy. Puck is down. For the 5th time ever at the World Junior Championship, the Stars and Stripes in the Maple Leaf will play for a gold medal.
Expect early on a couple of bobble passes, a couple of little yips, a couple of passes not going where you want them to. I think in a big game like this, with the motion each team has generated, a couple of shifts to get into it.
There's a shot wide in the net of Spencer Knight from Alex Newhook. Back into the middle, taken away by Team USA and Matty Beniers.
Newhook, by the way, and Spencer Knight are teammates at Boston College.
Newhook, a roommate of Matt Boldy at BC, as Canada enters the zone again. There's a gathering on the near side wall. There's Cam York, captain for Team USA, celebrating his 20th birthday. Centered into the middle, bouncing in front of the slot, and now pushed ahead by Boldy, but not out of the zone.
Important early on in this game, protect the middle lane of the ice. That goes both ways. Both of these teams can be explosive. Both of these teams can drive the net. Canada loves sending two to the front of the net hard on the rush. So taking away the center lane, a lot of good soft blocking will be needed early.
Arthur Kalliev, the hero in the semifinals against Finland, laid a check and then took one. He's in the middle, tried to tap one home, but it's gone wide. Zegras, Turcotte, and Kalliev. The forward line out there with York and Faber on the back end as there's an icing. All right, USA hockey fans, let's see it. Oh, they look kind of nervous. All right, now we're starting to roll. They see themselves.
It was either nerves or the 3-second delay.
Yeah, you're probably right. That one.
Good opening shift, I thought, for the Kalliev line, and I think Turcotte once again is going to be a beast tonight. This is his kind of game. North, south, and hard.
Johnson from the point through traffic, glove by Levi. How about our friends to the north? Incredible. Just electric. The virtual fans have been steadily awesome all tournament long. Especially those in European nations who are tuning in at odd hours. Back in the D zone for Team USA. Taken over at center ice and thrown in for Johnson to pursue. Thrown back up top, slap shot. Around the net, wrap around, pad saved by Spencer Knight. Cole Perfetti on the shot. There's another one from the point, loose in front of Knight. And he has to get across, but thankfully, him anyway, Bobby Brink was there.
Goaltender stick laying in front of the net. The United States players, you're really not supposed to do what they just did. That could be a penalty.
We continue play a few minutes in to the first period of this gold medal contest as a body was thrown in the corner on the forecheck for Team USA. Now a foot race. Jake Sanderson will win it.
Canada with the first good chance of the game. Spencer Knight gets a good save under his belt early. Canada wins a race down in the quiet zone. They go low to high, and the big Karoom off the back end boards, and Knight is able to get over. Canada has been good at getting pucks through either to the front of the net or to the backboards, and these lively boards here in Edmonton have produced some real good rebounds and second opportunities for them.
Alex Turcotte, one of 5 Los Angeles Kings prospects in this game between the two teams. His line mate Kalliev another. Thrown on from the point. Tipped in the corner. Zegras back for Turcotte. Turcotte will cycle. Zegras gets a high hit and now has the puck. Sanderson near side has space, but he lost the handle and then turned it over.
This is Canada's fourth line. A lot of first-round picks on it, including a kid in Tomasino who could make a first line on just about any other team in this tournament. That is the depth that Canada brings to this tournament.
Turned over in the high slot. A good poke check to keep it away from Connor McMichael. Held in at the line. Both these teams playing yesterday. No day off between the semifinals and the gold medal game.
Asked Nate Lehman about that earlier as he had coached in the Frozen Four where he won a national title. He said really the biggest difference between this and that is without that day off, it's keep it light for the players and make sure that they find their game quickly. The bumps and bruises from the night before still kind of there, but there's something about getting into your equipment when it's still wet from the night before type thing that makes you want to play. I always kind of like that.
Thrown at Levi. Blocked before it got there. Now York. Chip it off the glass and around for Boldy. Boldy taps it back to Beniers, but it danced by his stick. York takes over. Chips it in for Beniers to chase after.
Good shift for the U.S. keeping Canada's #1 line pinned in their own end.
York throws it through, went off the stick of Boldy.
So this group, it's almost like you have 4 first lines, which is interesting. Now on the other side of it, Steve, when you take a look at the U.S., Canada talks a lot about their depth, and they have it. There's no question. When we think about the U.S. depth that is not here, players that are not in this tournament, you're talking about Hughes, Robertson, Beecher, Bordeleau, Mastrosimone, Miller, Vlasic. Those are 7 really dynamic players that are not here either because they're with their NHL team or because of some of the COVID protocols. And it's funny because Teddy Donato talked about how probably the top 4 centers in this age bracket for the U.S. are not here.
Canada also without top-end talent. The #1 pick in last year's draft. There's a shot gloved out of the air by Spencer Knight. Will hang on with 15:34 left in the first. Alexis Lafreniere not here, getting ready to make the Rangers roster. And Kirby Dach, who had the C slapped on his chest for Team Canada. This was a tournament he asked the Blackhawks to let him play in, and then he hurt his wrist in the exhibition game, and now he's out a matter of a handful of months. But even despite all the talent not here, for whatever reason, these 2 rosters are chock full of future NHLers. The future of the National Hockey League on display here at the World Junior Championship.
With no other hockey games being played on the continent on TV. So these kids have North America all to themselves.
Good stick there by Braden Schneider. Rangers first rounder. Now Levi will slap it around. Thrown alone by Tomasino. Icing waved off as Mercer won the race. Now Tomasino again. Zegras, the backhander, now flipped back behind the net of Spencer Knight. Zegras will lead Turcotte. Jake Sanderson was taken 5th overall. The puck sent the length of the ice in the past draft for the Ottawa Senators.
And the question was, who is the better defenseman in the draft, him or Drysdale? And it really depends on who you ask at any given moment. A lot of people felt Sanderson was the best 2-way defenseman in that draft, and he has proven in this tournament that he can do some dynamic things. Talking about dynamic, McMichael has been terrific for Canada. I look at him, I see Matt Barzal a little bit in kind of a similar style. He's a finesse player, really good scoring touch. He creates with his IQ, and boy, can he ever finish.
McMichael was a huge factor in last year's gold medal game. Canada was down 3-1 to the Russians in the 3rd period. He scored a goal off his skate to make it 3-2. Eventually, the game winner scored by Akil Thomas as Canada won gold. And now they try to go back-to-back for the first time since they finished up a run of 5 straight World Junior Championships from 05 to 09. They dance into the offensive zone. Forehand shot right into the stomach of Spencer Knight. With that, we have our first timeout here on NHL Network. Still scoreless as these teams get their legs underneath.
I've had great opportunities with both of these coaches to sit and talk about details of the game and puck management. This is not good puck management by the U.S. There's a little bit of a muffin right in the middle of the ice. There's another one. So they did it once in each zone. U.S. a little sloppy with the puck as Canada has jumped into lanes. And the U.S., we just talked about, don't throw pucks through the middle of the ice early on in the game. Establish your game first, get pucks behind defense, and the U.S. a little sloppy early on.
Canada wins the draw in the offensive zone. Puck thrown at the net, loose in front. Turnaround shot blocked off the leg of Cam York. Now Cole Caulfield out of the reach of York.
Nate Lehman told us today with the defenseman connecting with the forwards last night changed the game. He didn't like their offense early because he felt the defensemen weren't jumping up. There was no support. You're seeing it a little bit early on here. Support has been a little bit widespread, and the U.S. has not been able to come up the ice clean. Remember, a lot of the themes that we've talked about during this tournament that the coaches have talked about. Puck support, override positional play. Be there so you can make those good, short 8 to 10 foot passes so you can come up with speed and accuracy.
McMichael, Cousins, and Peltier out there for Team Canada. Turcotte, Zegras, and Kaliyev for Team USA. Peltier off a skate. McMichael looking for Cousins. He finds him. He shoots. Pad saved by Spencer Knight. The rebound is loose, taken out by Kaliyev. Here is Jamie Drysdale, 6th overall pick, who you mentioned earlier. Now Kaliyev over the line. He blew a tire. Now Bowen Byram, outstanding prospect for the Colorado Avalanche, up for Dylan Cousins. So big, so fast, so strong. Cousins to the backhand, looking for Peltier. Pass never got through. Shots 5-2 in favor of Canada as Johnson reverses and allows the lines to change.
Cousins just drives that line. He can be a puck transporter, a puck mover.
Look out, a turnover in the D zone into the slot, and a good stick there by Bobby Brink. Up for Brett Berard. Berard will chase into the corner, and then he's greeted by Caden Gooley.
Gooley did a great job, Montreal Canadiens draft pick, of cutting the hands of Berard, not letting him get to the puck. Good puck protection so far by the team in red.
Couple shaky passes leading to turnovers, shaky plays by Team USA.
Now you're hitting that point, though, where that should clear itself up. You got the first 5-6 minutes in, everybody's got a couple of shifts in, got a chance to get on the bench, talk a little bit about the shift that just happened. Now you get a little bit more locked in, and it's kind of go time from here.
Sanderson and Hellison down below for Team USA. Taken along by the Canadians. Thomas Harley will slap it around.
Second time Canada's won a race to negate an icing in this period.
They played the early semifinal yesterday, shutting out the Russians, who were ultimately defeated earlier tonight by the Finns in the bronze medal game. Sharp angle shot, cut off by Spencer Knight.
Knight holding down the fort as the Canadians establishing some offensive zone time. They have been good getting on pucks. They have been good sealing up walls. U.S. with an opportunity here at Kaliyev. Skated right into a 1-on-4. Canada backtracked well, forced Kaliyev to make a softer chip than he wanted. And Team Canada was able to turn it around in transition.
And they win a draw. Schneider at the point, off a stick. Knight got over. And now intercepted by Matt Boldy. Boldy now in the corner. At the point, thrown along off a body. York will flip it ahead. Boldy and Caulfield cycle. To the point for York. York through traffic. Blockered away by Levi. Caulfield brought down to the ice along the goal line, as was Beniers. Caulfield into the middle. Boldy behind the net. Boldy. Caulfield, one-timer, he whiffed. Now York, high slot shot, gloved by Levi.
Caulfield with a good opportunity. Some nice down-low play by the U.S. And who else? Matt Boldy down in the quiet zones making things happen. Caulfield fights through. After he gets thrown down, he got himself in a good position. The play winds up back at the point, and York is able to get the shot on Levi. Levi did not play any games at Northeastern before the season started, and then came to Canada's camp after first being not invited and won the starting job. It's a remarkable story.
A 7th-round pick in 2020 of the Panthers, and his counterpart tonight, a 13th overall pick in Spencer Knight.
Played his midget hockey for Lac St. Louis in Montreal for John Goyens, who's a tremendous youth hockey coach in that area. And that has been a fertile area for Northeastern to draw some players.
Zegras cutting through. Zegras rankled some feathers in his pregame interview with Argyle Savage, talking about Levi, and said, I don't think this goalie's been tested yet on 5-on-5, and I think that's something we're going to prove today. We're going on all cylinders right now. I think we're going to catch you by surprise, and we'll go from there.
And yet every time somebody starts talking about Levi, he's too small, he's undersized, whatever criticism has come his way has driven him to work that much harder to attain the success that he's had.
I doubt Devin Levi at your own risk. 9:35 to go in the first period. Scoreless. The United States and Canada in the gold medal game. Shot 7-4. Tilted towards the Canadians. Shot from the line blocked. Now played up. Berard in a race. He's going to win it. Brink to the point. Shot bounces in front of Levi and goes wide. And Berard lays a body. Hacked back in by Sanderson. And chipped along by Quinton Byfield, the 2nd overall pick of the Los Angeles Kings.
Like the U.S., Canada's got a couple of big centermen who can really move the puck and get to the front of the net. There's nothing better than a big centerman who can skate and score.
Off the bench, kept in by Brock Faber. Nice keep. Now a shot. Off a leg. Moynihan will slap it around. But nobody was there. The U.S. will retreat. Landon Slaggert, the Blackhawks prospect. Back for York.
Watching this period, you see Canada with 2 up a lot on their forecheck. Early on in the game, they love to establish that they can be a wrecking ball off ice, and they've been good with it so far.
Matty Beniers working the length of the ice. Tried to center it. And then ends up all the way back down with Spencer Knight with 8 minutes to play. Once again, we see Matt Boldy walking the line. Boldy gives it off for a shot just over the right pad of Levi. Now Caulfield to Boldy. Boldy holds, fires. Rebound is there. High into the air. Glove down by Johnson. Caulfield will unwind and fire. Kicked into the corner. Now Jack Quinn will try and break out for Canada.
That line's going. I'd ride that line right now as much as I can.
Here is Caulfield. Now down low for Beniers. Been out there a little bit.
At this point, you're not managing minutes anymore, and it's all hands on deck now. That line is going.
Zegras, 1-on-5. Now some company. Zegras whips it around. Now far side, Turcotte just off the bench. Turcotte, backhander, looking for Kaliev. Couldn't find him. But Kaliev went in and took over possession anyway. Kept in by Hellison. Now to Kaliev. Kaliev holding instead of pulling the trigger. And now it's Turcotte's puck. Turcotte and Gooley getting to know each other. Near side, Sanderson looking for a tip. Ellison bouncing, deflected, they score! The United States opens the scoring. It's 1-0 with 6:35 in the first.
The line with Boldy, Beniers, and Caulfield started some pace play and offensive zone time, and it sets up the big line. And who else would be in front of the net but 15 in white, Alex Turcotte, who has been off the charts good the last 3 games. Everybody talking about the Artie party, and Kelly has been great. I got news for you. Turcotte's had a ball, too, and he gets a big one right here. Low high play to the front of the net. Turcotte's able to get a stick on it and direct it home, and he is as hot as anybody right now.
Once again in the World Junior Championship here on the network, Dave Starman, you say early, Alex Turcotte will be a factor, and then Alex Turcotte scores a goal.
You could see him heating up through games 2 and 3, and he has put it all together through games 5, 6, and 7.
Berard throws it into the glove of Levi. For the first time in this tournament, Team Canada trails. It's 1-0 Team USA. We'll be right back. Let's take another look, Dave Starman. The first even strength goal allowed by Team Canada.
It's just great offensive zone possession time. No panic with Zegras as he moves the puck back to the point. And a really nice delivery by Helleson, who was more shooting the puck just to get it towards the front to see what was happening. He knew he had Turcotte standing there. The fundamentals of guys like Turcotte and Boldy and Caulfield and Zegras, sticks on the ice, ready to receive passes or plays to the front of the net. You're seeing it play right out in front of you. How important fundamentals are to scoring goals.
Zegras, the secondary assist, back out there for Team USA. To Kaliyev for a one-timer off the pad of Levi. And Turcotte will whip it back. Kaliyev fighting to dig it out. Kaliyev has it. Slap from a dead angle. Now to the point for Faber. Faber played back for Zegras. Zegras shoots. Deflected wide by Turcotte, who almost had another. Now to Zegras in front. And he just danced off his stick. Faber from the point. Kick saved by Levi.
Now Canada looks like they're in a little bit of a panic.
Dylan Cousins, just the man to help settle it. That line with McMichael and Peltier.
Well, that was a battle of first lines right there. The U.S. won the battle because they kept the Cousins line pinned in for a good chunk of time. This game has been all in the Canada zone for about the last 3 minutes or so. Started with a good shift from Benir's line. It continues here, and Zegras has just had this uncanny ability to jump into open space and be wide open for great chances, and the U.S. starting to use the back of the net very well.
Moynihan took a little bump to make the play and push it forward. Now Brendan Brisson will backhand it to Johnson. Johnson will fire. Flutters down toward the line. Now Moynihan puts on a hit. Pinching is Thrun. Brisson will throw it sticked away and out by Levi. So the United States has an early 1-0 lead as they play against Canada.
Sorry, I was in the
gold
rear
medal.
here. No, my bad.
And now an ozone draw. Took it. It was won by Holloway. To the two former Badgers. Or one current former Badger teammates, I should say. Now behind the net, Holloway. To Peltier, he filters it to the point, thrown in by Schneider off the skate. And we're holding things up as ball was made down by the goal line. I think it's offside. Puck went out.
I don't know, official looked to me like he was arranging lunch. It's a crease violation.
Crease violation.
Holloway's been away from the University of Wisconsin so long. There are probably some players who think he's a former Badger at this point. He had to leave early. Then there were the quarantines, and there was an extra quarantine. He has been gone since early November.
And Team Canada started the camp in the middle of November, and then had to shut things down for 2 weeks. At the end of the month, after a couple positive tests, offensive zone chance for Team USA. Shot from Helleson, blocked by Zeri. Now Boldy with some pressure. Caulfield's wrister went off the leg of Zeri and out of play. 27 seconds and change left in the opening 20.
You've seen the great puck hunting skills of Cole Caulfield throughout this tournament, and he has just been on top of so many pucks, and I say on top for two reasons. One, he's had the alertness to be chasing them, and he's been above a lot of pucks in defensive posture, so that if he doesn't win the battle, if he doesn't get there, he's in a good position to defuse anything that might go the other way.
Zegras plays it back, bounces to Sanderson, he gloves it down. Now Zegras stop at the circle. Can of corn for Levi.
Fans of North America watching this tournament, you see a little bit of a difference in the face-offs. In North America, you can grind in on face-offs, turn your body, use your skate right away, lift sticks. In international play, it's got to be a stick battle first off the initial drop.
Face-off
and the U.S.
violation.
approaches here. And you see the linesman put his arm up, so that's a face-off violation on the U.S. They don't throw the centers out anymore. They give the team a warning, and if there's a second violation, it becomes a minor.
Off the face-off. Byram will play it back to Suzuki. Chipped off the glass by Mercer into the neutral zone. Big hit. Results in a whistle. Will it be a penalty? Doesn't look like it. Hand pass.
Mercer with a good hit here. A nice clean hit. Puck was on the stick of the U.S. player. And a good finish check right in front of the bench. And Canada could use a lot right now as the U.S. is absolutely taking the wind out of their sails. First 10 minutes, Canada was pretty good. The U.S. is finding their game. And the U.S. found it. And they have forced Canada to start to look for theirs.
It was a shot from Drew Hellison at the point, redirected by that man, Alex Turcotte, and Team USA leads 1-0 after one. Trevor Zegras assisted on Alex Turcotte's first goal. That was Zegras' 20th career assist at the World Junior Championship. That ties him with Jordan Schrader for the most by an American in his career at the WJC. Puck is down for the second period. Dead angle slap shot from Zegras, rattles off the glass and back into neutral ice. With Dave Starman in our NHL Network studios in New Jersey, I'm Stephen Elson. Thanks for tuning in. Zegras in the slot. Whistles one over the head of Levi. Then thrown at the net off the side of the net. Trevor Zegras, who's talking before the game. He's bringing that same energy. Digs it on the side of the net. Zegras scores! Levi didn't know where it was. And it's 2-0 Team USA.
I guarantee between periods, the message from Nate Lehman to his team through the leadership was, pick up where you left off. Don't let them catch their breath. What a great hit to get this place set up. Levi had no idea where the puck was. It was just sitting behind the net. It comes off the side of the net. Levi guessing it was going right to left, which is what you think. You take your eye off the puck for 1 second and assume, well, you know what happens. And Zegras is there to finish the play, and you see the reaction of the U.S. bench. U.S. gets in on a forecheck, bang a couple of bodies, stay above pucks, and extend their lead to 2.
And look at the company Zegras is in now, tied with Jordan Schrader for the most career points at a World Junior Championship in front of Jeremy Roenick.
And Schrader was a tremendous player, both in college and at the World Juniors. Turned out to be a good pro also.
So the U.S. has doubled its lead in the first minute of the second period.
U.S. carried momentum from the middle of the first period on, and in a momentum-shifting time of period number 2, they grab it and continue it.
Icing called. 60 seconds off the clock. Now in the first, or the second rather, as we show you Zegras again.
He probably couldn't believe the puck stayed there.
What a gift.
Hey, stopping on pucks is a key component, right? Driving the net, investing in net front, stopping on pucks. All, once again, small details that we have highlighted throughout the tournament that have paid big dividends.
Brought in by Boldy. He's pushed aside by Drysdale, and Team Canada will take over. Perfetti flipped it ahead, but it bounced away, and now it's flipped back forward. Berard backhand looking for Brink. Brink around the net. Throws it up to the point. Near side. Henry Thrun through traffic, deflected but wide. Now Johnson will give it on. A quick shot from Berard. Sticked away. Brink in pursuit. Has Farinacci with him. Around the net. Wraparound stuck. Turned away. Now top of the circle. Thrun shot off a leg. And it just goes wide of the net. Team USA smells blood in the water. Johnson from the point. Blocked in the high slot.
And now Canada's starting to throw pucks into bad areas.
Dumped in by Farinacci. Now Patrick Moynihan hits the brakes. He's all alone. And Moynihan. And the backhanded to Brisson. Taken now by Team Canada.
U.S. right now firing on all cylinders. Canada looks completely disorganized.
Hitting the brakes on the far side is Tomasino. Nashville Predators first rounder 2 drafts ago.
And Tomasino is one of those guys that had trouble getting in the lineup. That's a first-round pick. Talk about the depth that Canada has brought to this tournament up front.
And I think people hear 20 first rounders, now 19 with Doc's injury for Andre Tournier. What an easy job he has. No, that's a tough gig. You got to find minutes. There's only one puck.
Hey, listen, I always thought the hardest job in baseball was managing the Yankees when Joe Torre was managing, because you weren't managing a team, you were managing a whole lot of egos and a whole lot of guys that were looking for some star time.
Thrown back in. Knight sticked it into the corner. And that's part of the beauty and the difficulty of this tournament. You got to get a team to buy in and gel in a short amount of time. Now the 7th game for both these teams in 11 days. Shots 15-10 in favor of the United States. Turcotte behind the net. Now Thrun. Hit a body in front. Now Boldy has it far side. Kaliev drifting in the slot. Oh, it bounced over a stick. Turcotte tried to feed it to him. Johnson holds and comes near side for Thrun. He'll wrist it wide. It bounces over the stick of Johnson, so Thrun has to skate over.
U.S., I think, would be thrilled to keep the game at this pace. Canada has probably not played at this pace the entire tournament.
Johnson on for Boldy. Boldy drops it back. Caulfield trying to fight for it.
I think about it, the Finns had good speed, but couldn't play at 100 miles an hour like the U.S. is playing right now. And the Russians, I mean, they looked awful in their game against Canada. I don't think Canada has played in 5th gear this entire tournament. Not that they can't, they just haven't had to.
Plenty of time for them to find it.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So, but I think right now the U.S. is really comfortable playing at this pace while Canada finds out if they can play at this pace.
Thomas Harley, Dallas Stars 18th overall pick 2 drafts ago. Broke things out. Now slapped in by Alex Newhook. Rattles around the boards. The center ice.
And I would say this, they need to put a few pucks that die on the inboards and get their forecheck established.
Krebs will chase. Ellison will push it along. Ushered in by Farinacci. Farinacci going across. Good stick to keep it away from Sanderson. Farinacci will throw it loose in front of Levi. The puck is there, but there's a scramble. Farinacci tried to wrist it through off the skate of Krebs. Handful of minutes have elapsed here in the 2nd period. Trevor Zegras scored a half-minute into the frame to make it 2-0 Team USA. Gold medal on the line here at the World Junior Championship. Newhook in the far corner for Canada. Thrown back in. It swings around, and it's pushed out. Now Slaggert with speed loses the race, and it's an icing. The Hockey Intelligence is celebrating 10 years of improving the hockey sense of thousands of players, coaches, and officials. So visit usahockeyintelligence.com today to learn how to at-home cognitive training can help improve your hockey sense and complement your on-ice sessions. And shopusahockey.com is the official online store of USA Hockey, and it is your source for the latest line of USA Hockey apparel. Outerwear, toques, sweaters, you name it, you'll find it there. Shopusahockey.com. And you'll find the latest offers now. Approaching the midway point of the gold medal game, the United States has the ice tilted in its favor, leading Team Canada 2-0. Jake Sanderson being harassed behind the net of Spencer Knight. And he has to reverse course, create some breathing room.
Nice little legal pick set there by Hellison, who got in the way of the Canadian player pressuring Sanderson, allowed Sanderson a little bit of space.
Peltier laid a hit, almost created a chance. Now in the O-zone for Team USA, Zegras, who has the 2nd goal for the Americans, takes a tumble behind the net. Back come the Canadians, over the line. Bowen Byram, Avs prospect, drop pass. Nobody there. Now Matt Boldy has Kaliev charging. Boldy will shoot off the stick of Justin Barrett.
Penalty coming up to Canada.
Hooking's the call, and it's on Jacob Peltier.
Canada number 12, minor penalty for hooking.
Canada had a nice rush just a moment ago. Instead of shooting the puck, Byram decided to drop it back. One of the reasons may be is that they are so used to seeing bodies in the lanes in front of them, they didn't think they could get it through. Canada's been pretty good layering their attack, and they passed the puck right back into the teeth of the U.S. back check. And then coming back the other way, there's a little bit of the water ski. Stick, anytime you put your stick parallel to the ice to impede the progress of a player in pursuit of the puck or trying to make an offensive play, the referee's arm is halfway up as soon as you latch on.
And now we will see that elite United States power play. Halfway through the second, and the game as a whole, U.S. on the man advantage for the first time tonight. Caulfield in the corner. Taking off his stick. Chipping and chasing is Mercer. Mercer killing some time for Team Canada. Good work by him. Now Zegras, Caulfield along the line, or excuse me, York along the line. Kaliev has a cannon, will use it into the body. Kaliev with a rebound and another save by Levi.
That second save by Levi could have been a game saver because Kaliev was point blank. 28 and white, wide open where he has been for the past 12 nights in Edmonton. Standing in the right wing circle by himself. It is amazing how much coverage the U.S. draws in different sectors when they're on the power play because of how good that first unit is. You have to pick your poison on your coverage.
They change units here. Brendan Brisson, he can do some work in that right circle like Kaliev. Kaliev, a future king, Brisson, a former junior king in Southern California. Taken on now by Team Canada. They've killed a minute off the power play. Cousins in front, off the post from Byram. Still loose in front. There's a scramble for it. And the United States can take a breath here with 45 seconds left on the man advantage. I mentioned we hadn't said Cousins' name in a while. We made something happen there, and Byram almost had a shorty. Trevor Zegras has been very vocal, and we've been able to pick it up with the absence of fans inside Rogers Place.
His leadership's been terrific. Canada with a really good chance going the other way as they start to scratch and claw here. Good support over the pocket. They get a chance to go, and Byram doesn't think for 1 second about taking off, and he didn't miss by much. He had Knights in a little bit of deep, so he had plenty of room to go, and he hits iron.
Canadians clear. Another rush, maybe one more for Team USA. Last 10 seconds. Caulfield will streak in. And he's shoved down as the puck is cleared again. We'll be back at even strength here in a few seconds. We return to 5-on-5 play with 7:50 to go in the second period. Team USA trying to spoil Team Canada's bid to go back-to-back to the World Junior Championship. Perfetti throws it into the glove of Spencer Knight. With that, take a break here on NHL Network. It's World Junior Championship telecast fueled by Gatorade. We always love watching Team USA and Team Canada get after it in the World Junior Championship. Dave Starman, things changed with John Carlson's overtime golden goal.
A lot has changed since 2010 and when the American development model was released and the United States at the youth level started to change the way that they develop players. All of a sudden, instead of developing a small core of really good players, the pool of really good players got bigger because the bigger players got better.
Thrown across in front. Knight is down. Puck is still loose. Oh, and a chance flipped wide. U.S. will exit. Tipped in by Farinacci. Moynihan in pursuit. Will lock up with Byram. Here comes Quinton Byfield. Now Byram again. Waltzes in down Broadway. It goes off the stick and into the seats.
Scramble in front of the U.S. net. Good shot to the front. Big save by Spencer Knight. And I'll tell you what, there are just some. Remember the other night I said to you, some nights you're the windshield, some nights you're the bug? You know, he's been the bug on a couple of occasions early in the tournament. He has been the windshield for the better part of the last part of the tournament. He got a post on a play where he was too deep, got beat glove side, and then that one goes off his blocker, hits a Canada player in front, and instead of trickling in, which would have been on a bad night, he is living right, and that puck stays out.
Behind Knight's net. Johnson up for Brink. Brink will bank it off the boards, but held in at the line by Schneider. Got a talk. Miscommunication turned over by Team Canada. Now Cousins trying to fight his way in.
It was a great play by Harley, 5 in red, to jump the route.
Cousins has Krebs with him. Now Schneider will let it go. Pad save by Knight. Schneider missed a game early in the tournament, suspended for an illegal hit.
When Canada's getting chances, it's been a lot of one and done. Credit the U.S., who continues to defend well.
Here's Peyton Krebs, 2-on-1 for Team Canada. Oh, and Knight got a piece of that. Schneider waltzed in. Got a snapshot away. It remains 2-0. Thrown back in. Peltier all alone. Now it's with Brunn. Now to the point. Gooley's shot. Knight had the pads down. We play on.
Canada's push is just starting.
Here we go. Scramble in front. And now Caulfield has it. Held in at the line again by Team Canada. And finally flipped out. Canadians have to get back on side. Right, you get along for Barron.
Steve, you can just sniff it. Like, it's starting to come now. It's 2 or 3 good shifts in a row where they've threatened the net.
Can they cash in? McMichael centered. Never got to Holloway. Taken away. Bodies tumbling. Bench is getting rowdy. Coming in, Holloway whipped on the shot. He's checked by Faber. Now whipped around by McMichael. Byram skates in, shoots, blocked. And now flip forward and out. They're just giving it to Boldy, and they would have been able to control it. Bounces away off the glove of Caulfield, who will shoot it into the corner and allow Team USA to get a breather. Knight out to play it. Over to the captain, Cam York, who turns 20 years old tonight.
We wish both him and the equipment manager Nate Lapointe from the University of Wisconsin on Team USA staff a happy birthday.
Arthur Kaliyev has been a much more physical presence this year.
Well, John Van Beesbroek, the GM, told me that he's really slimmed down this year. This is the streamlined version of Kaliyev. He's been getting more pucks. He's had more energy, and his shifts have been more efficient in the last 20 seconds of them.
Zegras down below. Hellison joining the rush in front. Puck loose. Turcotte hacking at it. Played into the corner. Kaliyev with a check. High on Drysdale. Kaliyev has it. Kaliyev with a wraparound through the crease. And now Knight will go up off the boards. .340 left here in the second period of the gold medal game. Sanderson has Cousins on him. Run along and Levi. Stops it and gives it back over to Gooley. Body goes down, no penalty call. Team USA wanted an interference call. Didn't get it. Now Krebs looking to go across. Good stick by Berard. Berard coming in to the middle. Berard to the forehead. Shoots just wide. Now Newhook for Krebs. Krebs throws it, and it's swallowed up by Spencer Knight. Things starting to pick up in Edmonton. The gold medal game led by Team USA. The broadcast of this game is authorized by USA Hockey. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of any image, sound, count, or description of this game without the express written consent of USA Hockey and the IIHF is strictly prohibited. I don't think I blew the copyright the whole tournament, Dave Starman.
No, you've been pretty good. You would have heard it if you did, trust me.
No question you wouldn't have let me live that down. 3 minutes left in the second. Team USA up by 2.
Dave Fisher in your ear in about 10 seconds.
No doubt. Basson tried to hack it forward. Couldn't. Fighting for it is Mercer. He wins the battle. He gives it to the point for a slap shot. Pad saved by Knight. Rebound is there. Thrown, sharp angle, looking for a one-timer was Mercer, but he missed. Glove down by Byram. Hacked along by York. Held in by Drysdale. And the United States will exit. Slaggert throws it at Levi before going to the bench. Mercer, the backhand feed. Now into the middle, Spencer Knight stands tall. The net comes off its moorings, but it looked like Zeri had a point-blank chance.
Zeri's their 13th forward. Boy, did he have a great opportunity in front of the net, and I think because he ran into the net, that face-off, I believe, is going to come outside the zone. Canada wins a good battle here by staying above a puck on the wall. Suzuki, nice little chip. And look at the way Knight comes over. He's compact. Glove is up and out and above his pad. That's just good fundamentals right there. It's a slide, and the slide starts from behind the puck into the direction the puck is going. And Knight's able to hold on to the puck and get a whistle. Faceoff came outside.
McMichael will shoot a wrist shot wide. Thrown in by Harley. Back for McMichael. Coming in, Tomasino. Wraparound. Tomasino was out of his reach. And now it's flung on for Caulfield to go after it. Matty Beniers on the near side. Caulfield has Boldy in front. Finds him, bounces over his stick. No icing.
That was one of those in the neighborhood dump-ins.
Less than 90 seconds to go in the second period. Puck goes into the air, bounces, and a big hit there from Peltier. Tomasino with some speed. Edged out by Hellison. Now Newhook. Up for Byram. Byram at the point. Last 60 seconds. Stick saved by Knight. Now Dylan Cousins. Ian Byram, part of the leadership core. There's some returners for Team Canada. Around the net, Krebs. And Brink will spin around and exit. He'll stay after it. As Team USA gets a change in the slot. There's a shot that just rifled wide. Off the glass. Last half minute. Levi out for it. He'll swing it around. Intercepted by Zegras. Escapes the zone, and Johnson will reset. We go the other way. This one will be an icing with 7.5 ticks to go here in the middle frame.
The U.S. get an opportunity to get an offensive zone quick draw here. 7.5 to go in a period where they have played very well. Canada has had a couple of good pushes towards the net. Spencer Knight's a big reason why they haven't scored, and their coverage in the crease has been really good. Boxing out, heavy on sticks, getting pucks off to the side. Canada with a couple of good grade A's. I think they've left at least 3 or 4 of them on the table, and the U.S. has been very, very good at one and dones.
The second period will end. Just like the first period, Team USA gets 1 tally in the frame, now lead by 2. Our friend John Palmarosi texts me and he goes, "Hey, Nelly, I want to remind you that the last 3 World Junior gold medal games between the United States and Canada included 2-goal leads that were lost in the third period."
That 2010 loss of 2-goal lead in the third period, that happened really, really late.
Canada came back from 2 down last year to beat Russia and win gold. Team USA blew a 2-goal lead in the semifinal against Finland. What'll happen tonight? Gold medal on the line. The World Junior Championship here on NHL Network, fueled by Gatorade.
And remember, that 2010 game, all 4 goalies played.
That's right.
Mike Lee and Jake Allen started, and Jack Campbell and Martin Jones finished.
Alex Turcotte, he scored the first. Zegras has the second. Trevor Zegras comes in and fires off the glass. Canada has a 2-on-1. Oh, and what a stick by Cam York to poke it away. Thrown at Knight. He pads it into the corner.
I know a lot of coaches don't like when defensemen leave their feet like that in an odd man situation. I love it. It reminds me of Joel Quenneville, who was a master of it.
Now McMichael will turn a reverse to Schneider. Bouncing puck towards Knight. He holds on and covers.
York does the slide, times it perfectly, and then he helicopters with a stick to make sure that it doesn't get through and breaks up a rush for Canada as they get some transition off a big save by their goal, or actually a shot that missed the net from Zegras.
This is the first time Canada hasn't scored in consecutive periods all tournament long. Heck, Team Canada win 11 straight tourney games without being shut out through the first 2 periods. It happened here tonight against Team USA. Bouncing puck out of the zone. Boldy at center ice. He lost his stick. Now comes in. There's a wrister into the shoulder of Knight. Fired by Perfetti.
U.S. will give that shot up all night.
Caulfield shoots. Blocker save by Levi. Devin Levi and Spencer Knight, both Florida Panther prospects. Knight 13th overall, and 2019 Levi a 7th rounder in the last draft. Both have been terrific here in the World Juniors for their respective nations.
And both playing their college hockey in the Boston area. Knight for Boston College and Levi for Northeastern. You saw a quick change there by the U.S. bench. You heard yelling, "Get off." If a player loses a helmet, they've got to come right to the bench.
That was Brett Berard. So now his line mates, Brink and Farinacci, out there with Patrick Moynihan. Brought along now by Holloway. Drop for a shot from Byfield. Into the midsection of Spencer Knight. And Zari is brought down.
And the U.S. shows a little teeth in front of the net to clear it out. Real good play by Canada as they execute a good crisscross. Shots right to Knight, and once again perfectly positioned. I'll get that right as the night goes on. And the other way, Caulfield with a good shot off the blocker. And I like how Levi exploded with his hand to get that to the corner.
That's what happens when you sit next to me for 2 weeks. When English becomes my second language, and it's rubbed
mumbling
off on you. Yeah, that's my bad.
The gold medal mumble.
2.5 gone by here in the third and final period of regulation. Shots 22-21 in favor of Team Canada. 2-0 the scoreboard in favor of the United States as there's a puck into the seats. Let's check in on the United States fans tuning in from around the continent. Some nervous energy, some excitement. The costumes, they can feel it. They can feel a gold medal. If Nate Lehman's club were to win, he'd be the 3rd coach to ever have a national championship in NCAA hockey and a World Junior gold on his resume.
The other 2 are Mike Eaves, who did it at the University of Wisconsin, and Dean Blaze, the University of North Dakota. In the second period, the goaltender Levi lost his stick, and I made the comment, I'm very surprised the defenseman didn't give him the stick, which shows how behind the times I am a little bit. I got a text from Dane Jackson, associate head coach, University of North Dakota, who said their defenseman there had talked about it, and the goalie doesn't want the stick. He would rather the defenseman keep the stick. Then he texted Dave Haxtell in Toronto, the former head coach of North Dakota, and Haxtell said, same deal with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They really feel the defenseman's better off having the stick in their hands, and the goalie will play without it. So I stand corrected on my thought process there, and I appreciate Dane reaching out and filling me in on that information. And obviously he's got 2 of his defensemen here, and Clevin and Sanderson.
Nate Lehman was an assistant for Team USA in the 2007 tournament. Bronze medal for Team USA because they lost to Canada in the semifinal.
By the way, Bob Motzko, who won a gold medal in 2017, Team USA, as you see the Canada contingent looking a little tense. Coach Motzko is at the University of Minnesota right now. His team is 10-0. If he wins a national championship this year, providing Nate Lehman wins tonight, he could become the 4th coach with an NCAA title and a gold medal. And I thank Jess Myers for that information.
Shot off the draw from Berard, steered wide. High angle look here at Rogers Place. It's an honor and a privilege to be with you for another World Junior Championship here on NHL Network. Whipped back around by Cam York. Slapped in by the point. Bouncing puck in front of Knight. And the shot from Mercer went wide. York off the glass. The length of the ice for another icing.
It's not a bad play by York because he didn't have any options. He got forced wide. He took a look up ice to see if there was anything there. There wasn't. And instead of trying to force a pass into a hard area where it could get turned over and Canada could shrink the rink on him, he decided just to crank it off the glass and take the icing as Canada gets another opportunity.
U.S. controls the draw. York, the defenseman, will push it forward. Flipped ahead, the United States will change. 16:15 to go in regulation.
That's what those elite defensemen can do. They just know when to live to fight another day and just crank it off the windshield if you have to.
Into the zone, Perfetti dropped it off for a shot. Peltier, top of the left circle, whiffed on a shot. Now Perfetti will shovel it into the corner. Poked into the middle. Puck taken by Johnson.
Well, that was a nice little piece of composure by Ryan Johnson.
No kidding.
You're a Sabres fan. You're excited to see that.
Johnson, 31st overall selection. He's a Golden Gopher. You can hear the communication on the ice, and no fans inside the bubble in Edmonton. As icing waved off. Back on a neutral ice, Bobby Brink fighting for it. And now it's Berard. Sticked away by Levi. Baranacci and Brink. Puck finds its way to the point, and now Jake Sanderson. Sanderson and Hellison. A shot from Sanderson through traffic. Hit a body in front. Now hacked in by Zari. Brink lost the puck, turned over behind him, thrown at the net. There by Newhook, but it went off the back. Held into the zone by Justin Barron, who hits the ice. Thrown back in by Newhook, into the body. Now into the slot, Cousins shot. Flutters wide. Now up, Cooley's shot off a leg. Brink gets a cheer and heads to the bench. Barron will dump it in. Knight will hang on.
Couple of good chances by Team Canada. Knight stands tall as they get some more offensive zone play, and the first round of play was started with a miscue by Knight on the pass. Here's Gooley, a draft pick of the Canadians. He's looking up, he's looking right at an obstacle, and he fired it anyway. And those are passes, or those are shots that you just can't take. If you've got a player in a shot lane ready to block a shot like Brink did, you're better off moving it to the side or just getting the intentional miss near the side of the net.
Trevor Zegras now in the corner. Will throw it back to the point. Brock Faber will settle and shoot. Off the stick. Now into the near side corner for Mercer. Thrown back in by Zegras. Kaliev will go after it and beat Drysdale. And it looked like Turcotte or Zegras hit the ice awkwardly. And that was Turcotte, who just backhanded into the zone, and he was hobbled. Suboptimal scene for Team USA. We play on. with 13 minutes and change left in the gold medal game. Another icing and a break for us here on the network. The United States is up by 2, and you're not going anywhere.
Well, Nate Leaman has talked a lot about details. One of the small details is getting passes tape to tape. For the first time all night, Spencer Knight missed on a pass to his defenseman. Look what happened. Puck got turned right back around. Those small things make such a big difference. And if you're the kid with the big stick, put the puck right on the tape with the guy with the smaller stick and let him go to work.
Landon Slaggert, the Chicago Blackhawks system, won the draw back for Team USA. Now Ryan Johnson and Henry Thrun, the D pairing for the Americans. Slaggert throwing the body around on Schneider. Pushed back in by Moynihan. Moynihan hits Harley. Slaggert again on the forecheck. Played up to the point, but it's poked away there by Dylan Cousins. So Johnson has to turn and burn back to get it. We talked about hearing the communication with no fans. When we talk about the United States and Canada playing for gold, you miss that fan energy clearly.
It's the first game where I've really noticed there's nobody in the building from our perspective.
Here's Dylan Cousins cutting in, shoots wide of the left pad of Spencer Knight.
Normally Canada will be feasting on the energy of the crowd, whether it be the negative nervous energy because they're losing, or a positive energy every time there was a chance in the front of the net, or anytime there was a big hit. The U.S., when they play on anybody else's turf, they're used to being rooted against, and they have managed to generate their own energy, which has been really good for them the entire tournament. Here's where Turcotte got roughed up a little bit of a tough fall.
It's awkward.
And he went and saw Stanley Wong and Dr. Phil Johnson real quick.
He's back out there for Team USA. Less than 12 minutes to go in the gold medal game here at the 2021 World Junior Championship. This line has both goals for Team USA. Now near side, Byfield to the backhand, pushed away by Cam York. Couple big plays in the defensive zone for the USA captain. Now Byfield centered, and it danced away from Quinn. Byram joining the fun. Up top to Drysdale. Drysdale will shoot high off the glass. Quinn held up by Kaliev.
Great job by Kaliev. He attacked the trigger, got a guy on his backhand with no speed, went right at him and stole the puck. Brilliant play.
And Canada was begging for a call, didn't get it. Spun to the near side for Drysdale. He flings it along. Now chipped in, below the goal line. Kaliev will air it out, but it's held in by Drysdale. Now Byram, right circle, fires wide. Knight never saw it. Byram wants it again quickly. To the stick of Perfetti. He sends it in, it bounces. Knight gathers it, and it's played up off the glass. Now Gooley will shoot. There's a shot blocking a glove save from Knight.
Two of Gooley's last three shots have been blocked. That third one he finally got through. And an easy save for Knight.
Well, something we heard Nate Leaman telling his team during one of the breaks was be big, get in shot lanes.
And that means getting wide and getting your body turned, dragging your back leg and getting your front skate sideways and getting your stick out so that you can potentially go blade on blade. You can potentially cut off a shot lane and take the entire thing up.
Short side shot, never got to Knight. Wrap around, attempt thrown in front. Now far side, it's Tomasino. Suzuki lets it go back to the point for Barron. Barron will shoot, deflected in front, but a USA body was down. That was Bobby Brink once again. One of the smallest players in this game has come up big twice with shot blocks. Now Tomasino will chip it ahead. Plays it to Suzuki. He knifes it back. The U.S. exits the zone. 9.5 to play. Team Canada down by 2 late in the third period. If it sounds familiar, it should, because that was the situation last year for the Canadians in the Czech Republic against Russia. Can they pull it off again here on home ice? Meanwhile, the Americans, as Team Canada was offside, trying for the 5th ever gold medal in USA hockey history. Turcotte and Zegras helped Team USA get that 2-goal edge. I told you earlier, but I'm going to tell you again. The 2022 Winter Olympics and Paralympics are right around the corner, and you can help support Team USA by contributing to the USA Hockey Foundation's Raise the Flag campaign. If you want more information, or if you're just ready to donate right now, go to usahockeyfoundation.com. Dave Starman and Steven Nelson in the NHL Network studios in New Jersey. Jill Savage embedded with Team USA inside the bubble. The Americans closing in on a gold medal, but still 8:57 left for Team Canada to try and come back.
Steve, 2 words that we heard by the Canada bench while we were in commercial with the camera there were pinches and reloads. And what Canada staff is telling their defense, they want their defensemen diving down, jumping in the play, pinching like crazy. And reloads means if you miss, get up back above the puck.
Whoa!
So you have numbers to transition.
Another thing we heard from the bench was come on Dries, as in Jamie Drysdale. He sent one toward the net, was hoping for a tip, didn't get it. But we're still in the offensive zone for Team Canada. That is until Cole Caulfield flipped it out. Now Newhook. Boston College Eagle. Flutters into the air. On the midboards on the near side. Moynihan hits the ice as he fights now with Krebs. Peyton Krebs to the slot. Shot block. Loose in front of net. He's got to scramble to the other side. Still loose. There's a scramble for it. And the United States pushes it to the corner. We got sticks flying, pucks bouncing, but it didn't go to the back of the net for Team Canada.
You got a bit of a yard sale there. As long as it doesn't become the red light district, you're okay.
Cole Perfetti, the Winnipeg Jets, will push it forward. Now McMichael will usher it to the point, but nobody was there.
If you're wondering why there was no pinch there, the U.S. player was facing the puck, heading up with too much steam. Canada's defense, when you pinch there and you miss, you're done.
Harley centered, and it's stick bound behind the net. Dumped in by Team Canada, picked up by Ryan Johnson. Has some breathing room, so he'll send it in. Last 7 before hockey heaven for Team USA. They're up by 2. Into the slot, Schneider settles it. Deuce is battling. Taken by Schneider. Good stick in the lane by Sanderson. Landon Slaggert will exit. Absorbs a hit, dumps, and will change. Poked along for Mercer. Now it's Boldy. What do you expect to see from Team Canada here as they try and push it to generate something?
Everybody going. A defenseman coming in, joining the rush, 5 in.
Beniers back to Caulfield. Caulfield shoots just wide.
And if it stays a 2-goal lead, you're looking at the goalie out. I'm guessing with about 3 minutes to go.
Turned over, coming down, centered right to the stick of Johnson, though.
That's another hope pass. He never looked.
Knifed in by Caulfield. Another change for Team USA. 5:45 to go in the third. Krebs to the far side, and Newhook. Newhook has Cousins behind him. Slap shot from the point. It's loose in front of net. The puck still in the air. Knight is under it. Finally a whistle. A couple net front scrambles for Team Canada, but no goals allowed by Spencer Knight and company. But right now there's only one game in the world of hockey that North American hockey fans are watching, and that is this one. The gold medal game at the World Junior Championship. Team USA and Canada for the 5th time ever. And the United States is up 2 with a handful of minutes to play in regulation. Dylan Cousins. Held up, bodied up, slap shot by Drysdale. Stick save by Spencer Knight. Here's Trevor Zegras. Zegras kills some more time. U.S. has been outshot 27-21, but who cares, am I right?
It's the ones that go in that matter. Right, nobody asks how, they just ask how many.
Matty Beniers. Now Boldy. Boldy down for Beniers. Has Caulfield out with him. At the point, it's Cam York. Now Beniers. Boldy's in front, tries to bat it out of the air. There's strike one.
Tom Ward was the assistant coach of this team in 2010 when they won gold. Just sent me a great text. He said, simple now. Blue, red, blue, in and defend. And that's what the U.S. did a whole lot of when they won the gold in Saskatoon.
Boldy filters it in. Byram being harassed by Farinacci and Brink. 4 minutes left. Run reaches out with the stick. Poke it back in the neutral ice. Here comes Braden Schneider. New York Rangers prospect will dump it. Knight will fling it around the glass. Schneider will hold. And it's spun around by Johnson. Schneider at the point. Into the stomach of Spencer Knight, who holds on for a faceoff with 3:34 remaining.
All right, you got an offensive zone draw as a really nice commemorative blanket in honor of the Swift Current Broncos, or sorry, the Humboldt Broncos, who is still in our memory. Swift Current had their own issues way back when. You're at that point now where are you thinking about, you got fresh troops on, 3.5 to go, offensive zone draw, you pull the goaltender now, or do you wait for the next fresh set of troops and then pull them?
We'll see what Andre Tournier does here. Final 3.5. Turcotte coming in. Turcotte drops for Zegras. Zegras to his backhand. Centered. Turcotte hacks at it, but he misses. He digs it out. He runs into Zegras and loses the puck. And now a chance for Team Canada. McMichael stopped by Spencer Knight. Oh, mercy. What a big-time stop at a big-time moment.
A little collision in the offensive zone, off to the races goes McMichael. Knight gives him a good challenge. Knight knew that McMichael had nowhere to go. McMichael kind of knew it too. He had to come in a straight line because of how close the defenseman was on him, as you see the McMichael family looking on. And he didn't even get the shot on goal that he wanted. Knight didn't give any room to do anything.
McMichael, one of the key figures in last year's gold medal winning team for the Canadians, as the United States clears. We're under the 3-minute mark in regulation of the gold medal game at the World Junior Championship. Breathe. Knight will send it. Byram at the line. Backhands it back in. Quentin Byfield. Also down there, Dylan Holloway. Up top for Drysdale. Terry in the middle, quick shot, big pat save by Knight.
God, he didn't even look ready for it too. What a stop.
Net is empty for Team Canada. 6 on 5. Shot through traffic. Steered away by Knight. They're trying to clear it. They can't. Drysdale keeps it. Tipped in front. Rebound in front of Knight. And another pad save. Connor Zari's got to cool it.
This is unbelievable. Just look at this stop. Knight stretches out, and then the key to it was he anchored his left skate against the post so that nobody could get through it. There was a stop where he looked a little surprised that it came in, and oh yeah, it's just one of those nights at the office where things haven't gone his team's way. Goaltender comes back out for the draw, and Knight's expression right there said it all in a different way than Zary was explaining to the official. I'm not so sure I would have put the goaltender back on.
2 minutes and 8 seconds, O-zone draw. Levi's going to head to the bench. Meeting in the corner, and Byram can't hold the line. Everybody on the United States bench on their feet. I imagine you are as well at home. Bobby Brink gets his stick in the lane. Now off the boards. Bully back to the bench. Played back in by Byram. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Krebs, backhand pass. Now top of the circle. Perfetti waltzes in, fires wide, looking for a tip, didn't get it, and that one clears. You see Dustin Wolf trying to wave it out, a la Yez back in the day at Fenway. Sanderson cuts it off and pushes it into the corner. 60 seconds left in regulation. Patrick Moynihan has it taken off his stick by Byram. Again, the net empty for Team Canada. Quick up for Byfield. Out of his reach, so now Hellison. Off the backhand, it bounces, but it's kept by Byram. Now Krebs, Perfetti shot, blocked off a leg, far side, Hellison has it. 35 seconds left. Still behind the net. The United States 20 seconds away. Taken by the U.S. They clear the zone. Thrown down. Wide, but it doesn't matter. Once again, USA Hockey wins the World Junior Championship. Red, white, blue, and gold. One of those scenes, Dave Starman, where the pictures do the talking.
We did it, baby!
And a picture you never, ever get tired of seeing if you're an American hockey fan, especially with the World Juniors. When they needed Spencer Knight, he was there. When they needed clutch goals, they got him. When they needed big plays on their back end, they got him. The strength of this team was going to be their defense, how well they defended, and how their defense influenced how they played offensively. And each part of that component held up.
The United States began the last decade with a gold medal victory over Team Canada. They do the same here in 2021. But it goes back to 2004. These two nations had a gold medal game. The United States won its first World Junior gold. Then again in 2010, 2013, 2017, and here tonight.
And that kid right there deserves a ton of credit. Cole Caulfield, over the summer, Tony Granato told me a great story. He said this kid came back to Wisconsin, and he was literally training for 3 teams. Team USA, the Wisconsin Badgers, and the Montreal Canadiens. But he was dead on focused on December 26th for that tournament to start.
Number 7, Topi Niemela.
It is the first shutout in a medal round game in U.S. history. On the other side for Team Canada, we talked about it last night, 2 sides to every coin.
Come on. Boys, we did it. We got it. Woo!
You're right, Trevor Zegras, you did do it. No, we are not.
Somebody take
Each Team USA that has won a gold medal has won it in very different ways. Whether it be the championship game, whether it be their march through the tournament, they've all written very unique stories. This one reminds me a little bit of 2013. It didn't start well, but they rebounded as they went along, and they just continued to pick up steam. And what's the old axiom? The team that gets better, faster, and improves the most over the course of the 12, 13 days between exhibition games and the reality of the tournament starting is the team that wins it. It's hard to gauge whether Team Canada got better through the tournament because I don't think they got challenged enough.
Yeah.
Team USA, you saw the challenges right in front of you, and you watched them improve on a game-by-game basis. Congratulations, Pat Kelleher, Jim Smith at USA Hockey, to the coaching staff, Nate Leaman and his crew, and to the players who pulled this off. Well deserved.
Nate Leaman joins Mike Eves and Dean Blaze as the only 3 coaches to win World Junior gold to go along with an NCAA championship. They stand on the line. They await players of the game and the United States national anthem.
The best players of each team is presented by Explore Edmonton, the visitor economy and venue management organization for the city. Each winner will be awarded with a custom wallet from local maker, Close General Leather Company. Recipients will receive their award after they exit the ice. The best player of Team Canada est le numéro 4, number 4, Bowen Byram. The best player of Team USA est le numéro 30, number 30, Spencer Knight. And now, please welcome Luc Tardif and Frank Gonzalez, IIHF tournament chairs, to present the officials of the gold medal game with their commemorative awards. Olivier Gouin, Carter Sandlag, Nathan Van Oosten, and Jonathan Deschamps. We would now like to invite Team Canada captain Bowen Byram and Senior Vice President of National Teams Scott Salmond to present Team Canada with its silver medals. Number 1, le numéro 1, Devin Levi. Number 30, le numéro 30, Taylor Gauthier. Number 31, le numéro 31, Dylan Duran. Number 2, le numéro 2, Braden Schneider. Number 3, le numéro 3, Kaden Korzak. Number 5, le numéro 5, Thomas Harley. Number 6, le numéro 6, Jamie Drysdale. Number 8, le numéro 8, Jordan Spence. Number 21, le numéro 21, Caden Gooley. Number 27, le numéro 27, Justin Barron. Number 9, le numéro 9, Connor Zari. Number 10, le numéro 10, Dylan Holloway. Number 11, le numéro
Part of the
11, Cole
unique
Perfetti.
playing of this World Junior Championship, instead of
Number 12, le
IIHF
numéro 12,
personnel
Jacob
handing out
Pelletier.
medals and awards, you have representatives from each team.
Number
The captain,
15, le numéro 15,
the
Alex
general
Newman.
manager, and I think it's a lovely touch, Star. I actually hope this
Number
continues.
16,
I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of things to be rethought through this battle with COVID and keeping things safe and the social distancing and some traditions that have changed for the year. And you're right, it's
Number 19,
there's been a lot of discussion on some of the new things that have been done and how it looks and the impact that it has. This is,
Dawson
I mean,
Mercer.
I love seeing the captain handing out these medals. This is great.
Number 22, le numéro 22, Dylan Cousins.
A handful of returners for Team Canada.
Number 26, le numéro 26, Philip
Won a gold a
Tomasino.
year ago. They wanted to do it with this group. They wanted to do it for Kirby
Number
Dopp,
29,
the
le numéro
captain who was
29,
hurt
Jack Quinn.
pre-tournament exhibition.
Who stayed the captain of the team. Even though somebody else wore the C,
Alan
he was
Millar.
never ever moved out of the captaincy role. He maintained the captaincy.
coach.
It was only
Entraîneur
because
chef,
of
André
IIHF
Tourigny.
rules that mandate somebody wear the C. That's why
Assistant coach,
Byram,
entraîneur adjoint,
Michael, they alternated. They wanted to win it for Curbs. They just fell one game short.
Assistant coach,
A
entraîneur adjoint,
dominant
Mitch
run
Love.
into the gold medal game, though, for Team Canada, to be sure. Entering
Goaltending
play tonight,
coach, entraîneur
in
des
case you
gardiens
missed it,
de
just
but,
remind
Jason
you,
LaBarbera.
41-4. Goals for and goals against. None of the
Equipment
4
manager,
goals
responsable
scored
de
on
l'équipement,
Canadian
Brian Saint-Louis.
netminders came at even strength.
Equipment manager, responsable de l'équipement, Chris Hamilton. Therapist, thérapeute, Kevin Elliott. Therapist, thérapeute, Brian
And this is one of the
Fischman.
parts I love the most. The entire staff
Sport performance
gets their
manager,
medals. Coaches,
responsable de la
trainers.
performance sportive,
It's
Adam
the
Douglas.
players on the ice are the ones that go out and skate and shoot and make saves. But it's amazing what the support staff does.
Team physician, médecin
And
de
for
l'équipe,
Team Canada,
Dr.
who
Barry
opened camp
Wines.
again in the middle of November. And it was the longest camp ever because they had to shut down and quarantine for 14 days after 2 positive tests. In a hotel with rooms without windows, these kids were able to stay together and come back
And
out
number
onto the
4,
ice.
le numéro 4, team captain, Bowen
So it's
Byram.
a testament to all the players, yes, for all the nations that participate in this World Junior. Just getting there was the ultimate challenge, but the support staff as well to keep all the teams COVID-free once they got into the bubble.
And much like in 17 and 18, U.S. with a gold medal one year and can't defend the following year but come away with double hardware.
Last team to go
Please
back-to-back.
welcome once again
Team
the captain
Canada
of Team Canada,
won
Bowen
5
Byram,
straight,
to accept the second place
2005
trophy.
to 2009. Now Team Canada come up to retrieve the second place trophy.
Joining him for Team Canada, Dylan Cousins and Connor McMichael.
We figured to see those 3 guys in the National Hockey League pretty soon, Dave Starman.
No question. And as the U.S. gets set to receive their hardware, there are 2 people I know that
We
are
would now like to invite Team USA captain Cam York
looking down
General
and smiling.
Manager
Jimmy
John
Johansson
Van Biesbroek to present
and
Team
Art
USA
Berglund,
with its gold
who
medals.
passed away just a couple of months ago.
Cam York, happy birthday, kid.
Number 29, le numéro 29, Logan Stein. Number 30, le numéro 30, Spencer Knight. Number 32, le numéro 32, Dustin Wolf. Number 2, le numéro 2, Drew Hellison. Number 3, le numéro 3, Henry Thrun. Number 5, le numéro 5, Jackson Lacombe. Number 7, le numéro 7, Tyler Clevin. Number 8, le numéro 8, Jake Sanderson. Number 11, le numéro 11, Brock Faber. Number 17, le numéro 17, Hunter Skinner. Number 23, le numéro 23, Ryan Johnson.
Cam York turning 20 years old today,
Number
wearing
9,
the C
le numéro 9, Trevor Zegras.
for Team USA, the future flyer. Will now embrace with his
Number
longtime
10,
teammate and
numéro 10,
friend,
Matthew
Trevor
Beniers.
Zegras.
Number
Zegras
12, le numéro 12, Matthew Boldy.
hadn't played a hockey game in 9 months before this tournament, had been
Number
skating
13,
in Anaheim
le
with
numéro
Ryan
13, Cole
Getzlaf.
Caulfield. Number 15, le
Boldy.
numéro 15, Alex Turcotte.
Caulfield, Beniers, that line, tremendous.
What
Number
a tournament
18,
by
le numéro
Turcotte.
18,
I am just so
Brendan
impressed
Brisson.
with what he did. Started a little slow, and he cranked it
Number
into high
19,
gear, and
numéro
he
19,
drove that
Patrick
line.
Moynihan. Number 21,
Brendan
numéro
Brisson,
21, Brett Berard.
coaching staff lauding his work as the tournament went along and truly embracing
Number
his
22,
role and
le
buying
numéro
in
22,
to
Sam
what he
Colangelo.
needed to be for this team.
Number 24,
And
le
that
numéro 24,
medal may
Bobby
hang for a
Brink.
while at local 438 in Stoneham, Mass. Restaurant his
Number
parents own.
25, le numéro 25,
Great hockey
John
bar.
Farinacci.
Maybe we see Brink and York together in Philly one day soon.
Number 26, le numéro 26, Landon Slaggert.
John Farinacci
And number 28,
played with his
le
uncle
numéro
on the
28,
staff, Ted
Arthur
Donato.
Kaliev.
Landon Slaggert, also
Head
part of the
coach,
coach's family.
entraîneur-chef, Nate Lehman.
And Nate Lehman
Assistant
won a
coach,
national title in
entraîneur adjoint,
2015
Ted Donato.
at Providence College, upsetting current Rangers head coach David Quinn
Assistant coach,
and Boston
entraîneur
University.
adjoint, Chris
Now
Meyer.
adds a gold medal to his collection. A great NHL player, Teddy Donato, the head coach
Assistant
at
coach,
Harvard.
entraîneur adjoint, Steve Miller.
Chris Mayotte does a wonderful job with the goalies. Now an assistant coach at
Video
Michigan.
coach, entraîneuse vidéo, Teresa Feaster.
One of the great minds in our game, Steve Miller. What a tremendous human
Equipment
being.
manager,
5 straight years
responsable de l'équipement,
on the staff.
Scott Aldrich.
You heard the ovation, the eruption for Teresa Feaster,
Equipment manager,
the first
responsable de
woman to
l'équipement,
coach
Nate Lapointe.
in the World Junior Championship in USA hockey history.
Athletic trainer, soigneur du sport, Jason Hodges.
Jason Hodges has been around for a long time. What a wonderful guy, Scooter.
Athletic trainer,
Hodges and Stan
soigneur du
Wong.
sport, Stan Wong.
The athletic trainers, Mark Boxer, the director of
Aldrich.
hockey ops.
Team physician, médecin de l'équipe.
Stanley
Dr.
Wong
Phil
has been
Johnson.
around forever. Like I said, when I was with the Baltimore Skipjacks in the early 90s,
Hockey
he was in
operations,
Washington.
activité,
What a
hockey.
great,
Mark
great
Boxer.
guy. He has been around forever. This is the only thing he does in hockey is he comes back for this team. Phil Johnson from Fargo, North Dakota, proud UND
And
alum.
team captain, number 4, Cam York.
Also shouts that Aaron Westendorf, Lee Fisher, and Kyle Hoosen, communications side, and all the support staff. Even those at the USA Hockey offices who weren't able to make the trip inside the bubble.
And now, et maintenant, pour l'hymne national, for the national anthem of Team USA. Please welcome once again the captain of Team USA, Cam York, to accept the IIHF World Junior Championship Trophy.